Welcome to our spooktacular show for Studio G, and it's our Halloween special. I'm Mia Nakamura.
And I'm Richard Pezic. Thank you for being with us today.
Today we'll have national news, Halloween entertainment, and a special guest.
That's right, we have all that and more coming up right now.
Welcome back. New details about what killed 42-year-old cinematographer Helena Hutchins and injured director Joel Souza have come out at the Santa Fe County Sheriff during a press conference given on Wednesday. The following is part of his statement.
The actual lead projectile that was fired has been recovered from the shoulder of Mr. Souza. The projectile was recovered by medical personnel where he was being treated and turned over to the sheriff's office as evidence. We regard this specific spent casing and recovered projectile to be the live round that was fired from the revolver by Mr. Baldwin. We have recovered what we believe to be possible additional live rounds on set.
The weapon used by Baldwin was the only one that worked of the three seized by the police from the film set. It remains unclear how live rounds ended up in the gun. No charges have been filed, but Alec Baldwin continues being cooperative and an active part in the investigation as it continues.
In other news, the U.S. State Department has issued the first official passport with a gender marker X, a measure the Biden administration promised this year to make the documents more inclusive for people who identify as non-binary, intersex, or gender nonconforming.
The change comes after a federal discrimination lawsuit by Dana Zim. An intersex and non-binary Colorado resident argued it was impossible to get a passport with their accurate gender as the only options were female and male.
According to the State Department spokesperson Ned Price, the department will be able to offer this option to passport applicants once its systems and forms are updated by early 2022.
Now, moving on to news of this upcoming Halloween. Airbnb announced yesterday that they will enforce restrictions to discourage unauthorized parties across Las Vegas this Halloween weekend. According to Airbnb, the party ban has become a fundamental component of their trust and safety strategy, which has resulted in a drop of incidents by 49% for Halloween and a drop of over 51% for New Year's Eve.
A Nightmare on Elm Street House of Horrors from the big screen became a popular property, hitting the market just in time for Halloween. The house is located in Los Angeles neighborhood and is listed for $3.25 million. According to the LA Times, the property offers are due midnight on Halloween.
According to the latest numbers from the National Retail Federation, Halloween spending is expected to reach record-breaking levels of about 65% of Americans are planning to celebrate the spooky holiday this year. This estimate indicates that spending on Halloween-related items will break a record at over $10 billion despite the ongoing supply chain crisis. That's $2 billion more than last year. The average person will spend around $100 this year for Halloween, according to the estimate from the NFR.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, did you get any Halloween decorations?
I mean, look, I got this. This is all I need.
Okay, I got some pumpkins and some lights, but that's about it.
Well, I already can feel the excitement for Halloween, but how popular did they originate? Reporter Jose Ruiz has more.
Halloween's origins date back to the ancient Celtic festival of Samhain. The Celts, who lived 2,000 years ago, mostly in the area that is now Ireland, the United Kingdom, and northern France, celebrated their new year on November 1st. This day marked the end of summer and the harvest, and the beginning of the dark, cold winter, a time of year that was often associated with human death. Celts believed that on the night before the new year, the boundary between the two worlds of the living and the dead became blurred. On the night of October 31st, they celebrate Samhain, when it was believed that the ghosts of the dead returned to Earth. Some specific monsters were associated with the mythology surrounding Samhain, including a shape-shifting creature called a puka that received harvest offerings from the field. The Lady Gwen is a headless woman dressed in white who chases night wanderers and was accompanied by a black pig. The spirits sometimes appeared as impish creatures, and sometimes as headless men on horses who carried their heads. Thereon, it would become called All Hallows Eve and All Saints' Day. The name was eventually shortened to Halloween, which we know and love to this day. The mystical rituals of earlier times evolved into more lighthearted fun and games, and the heavy concept of connecting to the dead was replaced with more lighthearted idea, bobbing for apples and playing with costumes.
That was interesting to know. And when we come back, we'll be talking to Katrina Arbras about Halloween makeup that will be trending this holiday weekend.
Like other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see.
Third line, please.
DEPRESSION.
Mental illness doesn't show up on a scale.
Bipolar?
Sorting out a mental health concern is not something to attempt on your own.
Anxiety. I thought so.
Like many health conditions, help for mental illness takes professional diagnosis and treatment. And the sooner you seek treatment, the better.
Look at that. 6,000 steps and PTSD.
If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, don't go it alone. Find out what to do. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
Welcome back. Today we have Katrina Arbas. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So could you kind of explain to me what actually got you into makeup and what inspired you to start doing makeup?
So I started doing makeup when I was 19. I've been doing it for 10 years. And I just saw my mom putting it on every morning and it inspired me to be a makeup artist, but now I'm in the world of journalism.
And around this time of year we have different types of makeup like Halloween styles and things like that, but what's your favorite style of makeup?
My favorite style, to be honest, as of recently is more of the natural glam. I feel like now people are appreciating more of their natural features, but wanting to enhance them with makeup every day. So that's my favorite.
And around Halloween time, do you kind of like go all out since it's like that time of year?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think this is one of the opportunities to go all out if you're going to do it. You should do it big, definitely.
How long did it take you to get to the level that you're at right now with makeup?
So with being a makeup artist, that's a lot of trial and error. So I want to say to perfect, well, your makeup artists are learning every day, but I want to say 5 to 6 years is how long it took for me to perfect my craft, really.
And is there any styling tips that you would say you're doing right now on my co-host right here? What specifically are you doing?
So I'm doing a spider web for Halloween. Honestly, a little bit at first and then just work your way up is the key, because you can always...
I don't know a lot about makeup. Could you explain what you're using? What is that called?
So this is an eyeliner. It's a waterproof eyeliner actually, so it's really heavy duty. So if you're going out or if you're going to be on stage, it literally doesn't come off. But I'm just using a eyeliner brush and a black eyeliner to create a spider web.
And so normally people don't come to do this, or am I actually wrong? Do a lot of people come to you during Halloween to do?
Yes, actually, my favorite Halloween makeup to do is clown makeup. Because I think it's super fun. You can kind of just do the spikes and do the Pennywise look. That's my favorite look. I also love doing vampire makeup, kind of put white foundation all over the face to make it look really dead looking and scary.
What about this year? What are you going to do for yourself?
This year, probably a mummy. Probably get some gauze, wrap it around, put some black shadow all over it.
Oh, you're going all out.
Yeah, that's the
So
way
I guess
to go.
I'll ask you, what's the next step right now? I see you're doing a spider web underneath your eye. Are you going to do a spider?
Yeah, I'm going to do a spider. I'm just going to create more of these attachment or these little lines here.
Is there any makeup artists that inspire you?
Yes. So I love Makeup by Mario. He's actually
Love him. Kim Kardashian's makeup
Kim Kardashian's
artist,
makeup
of course.
artist. I love him. Makeup by Ariel.
Kylie Jenner's makeup artist.
Patrick Ta.
Don't know him.
Well, he does a lot of celebrities as well, and he's just the way that they do it is inspiring to me.
Do you want to be a celebrity makeup artist?
No, that's why I'm in journalism. I kind of just want to do my own. I actually hope to create my own makeup line. I think that'll be really fun. Yeah, so my concentration is in social media. So if I can find a way to mesh the two worlds, then that would be my ideal direction.
What's your favorite styles that you've done in the past? And if anybody specific that you would want to mention, anybody that we would know about that you did it for, or just any specific one that you did that was like your favorite?
Let's see.
Me.
Of course, this is probably my favorite, to be honest. No, I love everything. I worked on the same face. Fun fact, actually, when I worked for a makeup line called Inglot, I worked on the same face that J-Lo's makeup artist did. Wow. Scott Barnes, that's his name. So I think that was really groundbreaking for me to be able to work on the same face as he did, because he's also really legendary in the makeup world.
You mentioned your goal of having your own makeup line at one point in time. How would you go about doing that? Or if you have any ideas about that right now?
So I'm actually feeding my brain every day on marketing as well as social media marketing. That's what I do here at UNLV. So if I could just kind of think of something that no one's ever done before, I think that would be really something that would be amazing for me. No strict ideas yet, but kind of just some ideas, brainstorming.
And if you could actually tell people where they could contact you and get their makeup done by you.
Yeah, so my Instagram is at catlvmua. So
right.
At catlvmua.
And what would you say to somebody that's thinking about getting their makeup done by you, but they don't know yet? What would you say to them?
I'm really nice. I love doing makeup. I'm super nice. I travel. I'm a mobile makeup artist as well, so I can travel to the client if they need it.
Well, thanks so much, Katrina, for coming in. As you can see, we have the final product on her face. That's looking pretty good. Well, when we come back, Mia will be giving us the weather forecast for this Halloween weekend.
Hello. Mom, you gotta stop this. I'm in a library, okay? What could happen?
Yeah, stuff happens. 1 in 4 college students end up in the ER. That's why you need Emergency. Everything you need to handle an emergency. Share important info with your family and friends. Feeling unsafe? Help is one tap away with Urgent Alert. Upload your insurance card and your medical consent form so your family can speak to medical staff. Download Emergency now while it's still free, before stuff happens.
Welcome back, and I'm here to give you your weather forecast. It's actually not going to be Mia. She's actually getting her makeup done right now, or she's getting it finished. Well, today we have a high of 67, and it's sunny outside, and we definitely want to look at this weekend. So for this weekend, for Halloween, we're going to be looking at a high of 80, but during the nighttime we're going to be looking at a 54. So it's going to be nice. Your costumes will definitely keep you warm. So if you have to wear a coat or bring your kids outside, you definitely want to make sure that's going to be the right temperature. It's also going to be cloudy during the day, but I know you're probably going to be going trick-or-treating during the nighttime. And then if we actually look at the different places in the valley here, we have Henderson at a low of 56, so that's actually kind of cold. North Las Vegas, the average of 63 for the nighttime. And then right here, Aliante, we have 59, Summerlin 58. I would say I would just be focusing on the lower ones here, so it's a little bit too cold in Henderson. And Anthem, we have 62, so that's actually pretty comfortable. North Las Vegas, pretty comfortable. But if you're in Henderson, make sure you might want to bring a coat. So that's all we have. We're going to send it back to me at the desk.
Thank you, Richard, for that weather forecast. Now let's go into our weekly food segment called Friends Eats. So Brew Tea is a locally owned boba shop here in Las Vegas. There are currently 3 locations, with the newest one being just across the street from UNLV. Brew Tea features drinks like slushies, milk teas, and my favorite, iced teas. You can even get the drink customized the way you like by changing the sweetness level or the type of toppings you want. I know Brew Tea even offers boba bars for weddings, so if you're craving boba or want to try it for the first time, I highly recommend going to Brew Tea. And if you need a drink recommendation, try the Lychee Peachy with green tea and boba. So do you like Brew Tea?
I love Brew Tea. You know, the first time I went there, you actually brought me there. I never had like real boba like that, you know.
Yeah, like Brew Tea is like authentic Taiwanese boba. Like they make it fresh every day, and I appreciate that because it's just so good.
Yeah, I've had other boba. It's probably the best. Now moving on to our sports recap.
The Vegas Golden Knights went against the Dallas Stars last night at American Airlines Center and won 3-2. Their next game is tomorrow night at the T-Mobile Arena against the Anthem Ducks at 5 p.m.
The Atlanta Braves and Houston Astros played their second game of the World Series yesterday at Minute Maid Park. The Braves went into this game leading the series, but the Astros won 7-2, tying the series 1-1. They play again tomorrow at Truist Park at 5:09 p.m.
In the midst of Halloween, have you ever wondered what the most rumored haunted places in Las Vegas are? We selected a few right here.
First up is Bally's Hotel and Casino. This place stands on the site of a former MGM Grand Hotel, which burned down to the ground on November 20th in 1980. 85 people were killed in the fire. It's been reported that the employees at Bally's have seen ghosts who roam the halls.
As the ultimate haunted museum in Las Vegas, it makes sense that Zach Bagans' Haunted Museum would have plenty of paranormal activity. Visitors have heard disembodied voices fainted in the hallways, and it even feels invisible forces. The museum has haunted museum items in the box and has been cited as a possible cause of string of bad luck for many people. Other exhibits rumored to cause unexplainable experiences are the Peggy the Doll and the building's basement, a must-see for all thrill seekers.
Lastly, the Luxor has been known for strange occurrences and it's rumored to be possibly cursed. Themed after the massive tombs of Egypt, it's believed that the black exterior with the missing sacred eye on the top of the pyramid attracts dark energy. Reports of ghostly sightings on the high hotel balconies, as well as moving objects inside the Luxor's Titanic artifact exhibit, are common.
Halloween is underway. We highlight some of the most exciting things to do this weekend that you won't want to miss out.
The Shark Reef Aquarium inside Mandalay Bay will transform into a spooky wonderland starting tomorrow until Halloween. Visitors will get to experience Hollow Reef, welcoming all ghouls and goblins to show off their Halloween spirit with unique land and sea creatures with extended hours of 10 in the morning to 8 at night each day.
Starting tonight until Halloween, downtown Las Vegas will have Rock of Horror Hollow Weekend experience. Expect a Halloween haunt. Flash mobs and free nightly entertainment include themed musical performances by Alter Igor on First Street stage, as well as exclusive production show Wicked Dreams, complete with dancing DJs, dance-link visuals, and aerialist on the 3rd Street stage.
Something else you can't miss out on this weekend is visiting the Freakling Bros horror shows. Luckily, we got one of our own, Evelyn Hernandez, to tell you all about it.
The Freakling Bros horror shows returns after shutting down due to the pandemic. The top 3 haunted houses in Vegas show off their excitement to be back. For the first time in the 40 years of being open, the Freakling Brothers offer one admission for unlimited access to the houses. Andrea Cobain shares her experience as a first-time attendee.
I actually hate being scared, but the thrill of it was really, really fun, really enthusiastic, really encouraging. It was amazing. It was a thrill-seeking experience that me and my son had, and yeah, it was pretty scary. It was pretty fun.
The horror shows first started when the founders Duke and Jeannie Molnar built a coffin to scare the neighborhood children, each year getting more elaborate. In 1992, their vision was expanded to the very first haunted house, Circus of Horrors. After a decade of sharing their spooky skills, in 2011, they opened the first R-rated house in Nevada, the Gates of Hell.
The interaction, with the actors, like the touching and stuff, it was pretty scary, but it was very realistic.
The Freakling Brothers wanted to showcase a new house in 2020, but the pandemic delayed those plans. It will replace the current show, The Castle. This season may be its last, but we are looking forward to any new scary attraction. This has been Evelyn Hernandez with Studio G.
Before we end the show, as a reminder, spring enrollment is just upcoming Monday, November 1st. If you wish to enroll in-person classes, you must be vaccinated for COVID-19.
Also, today is National Chocolate Day, so go get chocolate wasted.
Hope to see you Rebels tonight at the Rebel Monster Bash.
Thanks for watching our Halloween special. I'm Richard Pedzik.
And I'm Mia Nakamura. See you next time.